Megan Fox has responded to the outpouring of love and support that she's been getting on social media recently. To some degree, she defended Michael Bay and Steven Spielberg, but at the same time, she revealed that there are a lot of people that we should be talking about. I'm gonna serve you this update right now on IO. Hey guys, welcome back to InformOverload. I'm Charlotte. As you can tell, I am in my home studio, and that is because I am injured, but not even a pinched nerve is going to stop me from updating the story on Megan Fox. If you're new here on this channel, we serve you spicy trending news updates and top 10 lists, usually in a studio. So subscribe and follow the IO team on social media. All right, let's get into this one. Megan Fox has been an outspoken critic of Hollywood sexism for years. But until the Me Too movement, everybody just kind of assumed that that was the way that it was and we should just accept it. In many interviews over the years, Megan Fox blew the whistle on what was to become the Me Too movement. But instead of being heard, she was silenced, ridiculed, and her career was destroyed. She also didn't get support from other women the way that she should have. In 2019, Megan told Entertainment Tonight that she was out and in front of the movement before it even happened, but she was ignored because she's beautiful. She said, "I was speaking out and saying, hey, these things are happening to me and they're not okay. Everyone was like, oh, well, F you, we don't care, you deserve it. But everybody talked about how you looked or how you dressed or the jokes you made." Also in that interview, she talked about how being hypersexualized in the media led to a psychological breakdown, even for her role in Jennifer's Body. She added, "It wasn't just that movie, it was every day of my life, all the time, with every project I worked on and every producer I worked with. It preceded a breaking point for me. I think I had a genuine psychological breakdown where I just wanted nothing to do." In the interview with Wonderland, the one that destroyed her career, she was told to be, quote, hot and sexy by the director whenever she would ask him things like, well, where should I be looking? Who am I talking to? Things that you ask your director. And Megan would just get angry when people would talk to her that way. What I find interesting is that Megan Fox was told to act hot and sexy all the time by her director. But if you read that open letter that was published on Michael Bay's website, the entire thing was basically slut-shaming her and telling her to pursue a career in porn. Like, it's horrible. You told her to act that way, you didn't give her character substance, and now you are slut-shaming her for acting the way that you told her to act? Do I have that right? Well, everybody finally woke up to how Megan truly was treated. But Megan has come forward to clarify a few things in her Instagram post. Here's what she said. "I know that a discussion has erupted online surrounding some of my experiences in Hollywood and the subsequent mishandling of this information by the media and society in general. While I greatly appreciate the outpouring of support, I do feel the need to clarify some of the details as they have been lost in the retelling of the events and cast a sinister shadow that doesn't really, in my opinion, belong. At least not where it's currently being projected. I was around 15 or 16 years old when I was an extra in Bad Boys 2. There are multiple interviews where I shared the anecdote of being chosen for the scene and the conversations that took place surrounding it. It's important to note, however, that when I auditioned for Transformers, I was 19 or 20. I did work, which was me pretending how to hold a wrench on one of Michael's Ferraris during one of the audition scenes. It was at the Platinum Dunes studio parking lot. There were several other crew members and employees present, and I was at no point undressed or anything similar. So far as this particular audition story, I was not underage at the time and was not made to wash or work on someone's car in a way that was extraneous from the material in the actual script. I hope that whatever opinions are formed around these episodes will at least be seated in facts of the events. Please hear me when I thank you for your support, but these specific instances were inconsequential in a long and arduous journey along which I have endured some genuinely harrowing experiences in a ruthlessly misogynistic industry. There are many names that deserve to be going viral in cancel culture right now, but they are safely stored in the fragmented recesses of my heart. But when it comes to my direct experiences with Michael and Steven for that matter, I was never assaulted or preyed upon in what I felt was a sexual manner. I am thankful for all of you who are brave enough to speak out, and I'm grateful to all of you who are taking it upon yourselves to support, uplift, and bring comfort to those who have been harmed by a violent and toxic societal paradigm." To me, this response seems like Megan is taking the high road, and that's because of how she was treated in the past. In the past, when she spoke out, look, her career was ruined. She wasn't supported by other feminists. She said before that she doesn't have a place in feminism today, or she feels like she doesn't have a place. Even if she wasn't preyed upon by Michael Bay or Steven Spielberg, that open letter that was published to Michael Bay's website is one of the most defamatory pieces of writing I have ever read in my entire life. To think that this huge, powerful director published that on his website, that made Megan seem like she was a nightmare to work with. And then no one defended or apologized to her afterward. Steven Spielberg did say publicly in an interview that he actually didn't have Megan fired the way Michael Bay said he did. But he also didn't defend Megan publicly, and neither did anybody else. I think Megan's response to this speaks volumes about her. She's not throwing anyone under the bus the way that people threw her under the bus, even though she has every right to do so. I wouldn't blame her if she threw people under the bus. Genuinely wouldn't. But this response does make me respect her a lot more. But I do feel like the people that she mentioned in her post, you know, the people that cancel culture should be mentioning, I think they're quaking right now. Like, I can just see them quaking in their boots. I have a couple people in mind. Anyways, guys, that is all for this one. I'm just gonna quickly wrap up this video with some comment features from my last video about Megan Fox. Rio said, I feel so bad for Megan. She really deserves better. I agree. Petition to make Megan Fox Mera and Aquaman 2. Amy said, how the hell is Amber Heard the spokesperson for the Me Too movement, but Megan Fox isn't? I don't know if Amber Heard is the spokesperson for the Me Too movement, at least not anymore, but it's also just timing. It goes to show how quickly public opinion changed and how accepted it was before. Like, it's actually shocking how accepted misogyny in the entertainment industry was. And still is. Shaniqua said, I always liked Megan. She was screaming at the top of her lungs, trying to bring attention to the situation and get help. But because she was put in the role as the airhead or hot girl, she was never taken seriously. Like, of course she exploded the way she did. Wouldn't you if you had to deal with all the treatment that we know of day in and day out? Yeah, I would lose my mind, honestly. Luna said, I always wondered why Hollywood was so mean towards her. If she was trailer trash, she would have a lot more drama with other people, and she was always respectful of herself and others. Even now, Megan is being completely respectful. And I would also like to point out that even though she was branded a sex symbol or a slut by the media, she's been with the same person since she was 18. I guess not recently, but I mean, she had one relationship, so. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'll see you guys next time.